How's it going, guys? My name is Mittens, and today I've got some more Nostalrius for you. We are in the Razorfen Downs. I'm pretty sure I haven't recorded this one already. I'll soon find out if I have, but yeah, we're in the Razorfen Downs, and I'm glad that I'm here because I kept wondering, like, was I going to get past the level requirement for Razorfen Downs before recording it? And I'm glad that I've got the opportunity to do it because this is one of my favourite dungeons from Vanilla, honestly. Mainly because it's one of the few dungeons that I can really precisely remember running all the way back before it was changed with Cataclysm. I really do remember running this one. In fact, I remember because I played a human paladin, for those of you who might remember, in the Burning Crusade, and this dungeon is where I got my first piece of plate gear. It's a chest piece that drops from the spider boss, I believe. And it was my first piece of plate gear, and it felt really awesome. It reminded me that I'd gotten past level 40. So here we are. I literally was just questing about and got it randomly whispered saying, do you want to do this dungeon? And I was like, yeah, sign me up. Why the fuck not? Producing another dungeon video for you guys because I know that you like them. Dungeons really are one of the kind of key things of Vanilla WoW, which will make you kind of feel that nostalgic sensation, which is why you watch these videos. Ooh, I like it when I say it like that. It sounds like it's some kind of soul song, like, feel the nostalgic sensation. Oh yeah. In your asshole. I feel like Chef, you know, from South Park. Alright. Gotta be careful, because I haven't run any dungeons in Vanilla for a good long while, and I keep forgetting how you can't just pull everything under the sun in these dungeons. You gotta be quite careful. You will die. These are hard dungeons. And I expect this to be a long endeavour. Hopefully, I mean, these guys seem to be running through it quite swiftly, which is good. Just because of the fact that, you know, it's nice feeling like you're actually in what a dungeon is supposed to be in fantasy. Like, if you play D&D, or if you read Lord of the Rings with Maury or whatever like that, in fantasy, dungeons are supposed to be these big encounters where you've got to kind of go on a quest, a proper quest, deep into the heart of some evil, challenging zone that no heroes before you could really go. And that's how I want to feel. I don't want to feel like it's a thing where we don't have to communicate at all and where we can rush through the whole business. Where is that fucking thing that I can loot? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like I have to actually challenge myself and that any loot that I get out of this is worth it. And really, that's why I've kind of been enjoying playing Vanilla over the last few days, because it's so refreshing when you play the game and you just realise that challenge is there and you feel so committed to your character. I mean, I watched one of Preach Gaming's videos a few months ago, and he made a really awesome point, and I think it's one that I brushed over. And the point was that people don't have the same impetus to spend time working on their main characters in retail WoW as they do in the older versions of WoW, because it took longer to level up characters, and it took longer to gear up characters. And it was harder to get into guilds and to get into raiding and stuff like that. And nothing was account bound either. So, like, I guess what I'm saying is that I appreciate the feeling of having my rogue Malevolus and knowing that I'm known as this rogue. That's me. That's my kind of persona on this. That's a beautiful looking axe on this server. Right. Excuse me if I'm not on my A game in this video, guys. I think I'll be cool with it, but I really didn't expect to do this dungeon run, so it was a case of just hastily getting XSplit on and just racing into it, really. I'm a bit caught off guard, as it were, but you know, I'll prepare myself, for I am a rogue and I am your Lord and Saviour, so I should be able to entertain you like the generous god that I am, Ribena glass in hand. Tell you what, like, some people do call me out on drinking Ribena and shit like that. And, you know, I like it. I've got a sweet tooth when it comes to drinks. I went out with a friend of mine last week, right? We went to this coffee place because that's the sort of place that you go out to, isn't it? And they ordered a coffee. She ordered a coffee, right? And I'm there, and I'm looking around to see where they've got the Coke at. And by that, I mean the Coca-Cola. It wasn't those kind of parties. And I see no Coca-Cola. I see no Sprite. I see no Iron Brew. I see nothing. No fizzy drinks, no soda, right? Not even any juice. And then I think, well, this is a coffee place. So I guess that, like, coffee is what they're kind of going in for. But then I look on the menu and I see hot chocolate, right? And I'm there, 21-year-old man. I'm like, right, okay, get me a hot chocolate. And the woman behind the counter is like, do you like cream and marshmallows with that? And I'm stood there with this girl and I'm just like, you know what? I have no shame. I love it. Go for it. Fucking put them on there. So you know what? Embrace it. I embrace it now. Okay? I embrace my fucking love for sweet drinks. I have no liking for coffee. I mean, even when I'm drinking alcohol, I'm not a big fan of beer, to be honest. As pussified as that might seem, I'm more of a kind of spirits kind of guy, vodka lemonade sort of guy. I mean, I used to like vodka Red Bull, but one time I went to a club with a few of my mates and I wanted to get drunk quickly, so I ordered 2 Jaeger bombs and I downed them both and my heart just hurt for like an hour afterwards. So fuck that. I don't know why I just had a random segue about my drinking habits, but no, I've got to entertain you whilst we're killing these pigmen, so. Here's another question. Would it be kind of like disgusting if you could loot like ham steaks? Like what? Speak of the devil. If you could loot like hog shanks and stuff off every single quillbot and skin them? Because that would be pretty fucking grim. That being said, I don't know why you can't skin Tauren and Quillbot, to be honest. You should be able to skin them. I know it's fucking, like, disgusting, but... Right, so this gong activates the boss, if I recall correctly. And, I'm pretty certain this is the boss that drops the plate, so... Hopefully the plate will drop. I know I can't use it, but it would be nice to see someone else get that plate. It remind me of how it was when I got it. All those many years ago. I think it must have been, what, like, 6, 7 years ago when I got this plate. I mean, I had a rogue in the Burning Crusade. It was called Swan. I had my own guild on the rogue, and it's like a brief segue, but I basically had this undead rogue called Swan. It was the genesis of my rogue love, and it was when I'd started to learn a bit more about the game. I wasn't so bad as I had been, but at the same time, encounter begun. At the same time as not being that bad, I was also young and very naive, and so I made myself a guild at level 30, only so that I could be a guild master, effectively. And it was really fun because, like, it was my first time properly playing on the Horde, and I didn't know how guilds worked before that, and back in Burning Crusade, guilds were more important. It wasn't just, like, social cesspool guilds as much. Right, so the Warlock's basically dead here. Oh no, tank managed to get aggro, good stuff. Yeah, and I had gear on that rogue from dungeons that you can't get in retail WoW anymore, and basically all I have is that on Blade's Edge server, which was the noob server that I played on at the beginning, I just have this rogue, because obviously back then you couldn't have your Alliance and your Horde on the same server. I just have this rogue on one of the servers, and I just never log him. I never log him. I just have him so that I can look at the login screen occasionally and say, look at those boots, you can't get them anymore. Look at that sword, you can't get it anymore. And it's nice, you know, like that probably sums up my sad reasons for being so nostalgic. But yeah, so I was never good at stunning. I was always PvE rogue, and I always have been a PvE rogue. I mean, on this character, because like this is vanilla, I'll probably do PvP. Because I'm a rogue and it's vanilla and it's kind of mandatory. But yeah, this is the guy, and this is our first boss fight. So let's try and do this properly. We probably won't need another. Oh god, that guy died very fucking quick. There we are, Carapace of Tutankhamun. That's it. The plate rare chest piece, and I remember when I got that, I was fucking over the moon. And I want some gear. I mean, my weapons are quite good. Like my swords. That's from Scarlet Monastery and that's from Older Man, and those are the second, like the 2 dungeons which come before the ones that I've just done. Oh, I'm going in. Wish I could be faster with stealth. Come on. There we go. Cheap shot. These bosses are going down pretty quickly, which is nice. Yeah, so I think I've got the best weapons I could have at the moment, unless one drops from this dungeon. But I could definitely do with some like upgrades to my gear. Like I still haven't got any fucking neck piece or anything like that. What's that? Nope, it's not for me. Should make sure to check these things for if anybody greeds it and I end up getting one of these rares, because I could sell it for quite a lot. And every gold helps in these things. I mean, just looking at what I've just looted here today, like this stuff will sell quite a bit. I mean, that's probably going to sell for a couple of silver. This stuff will sell for some silver, which is always nice. Deliver and don't accept next, right? Complete the first one. Right, okay. That's what I've done. Oh, I'm really, really close to being level up. I'm gonna put on one of these agility scrolls. Just actually no, I don't want to. I wanted to get rid of some inventory space by putting on a scroll, so I think I'll just put on a strength scroll for the crack. All right, okay. He started that quest. What have I got on? I've got one of those on. Get my poison on. Right, okay. Let's do this escort quest. Hopefully 665 eviscerate. I'm liking it. Crescent Shadow Axe. Sounds nice. We got this, boys. We got this. I love the totems. Like, shamans look so fucking cool. Earth Shatterer set with these 3 totems is going to be awesome. Right. Come on now. Why do they make the... it must be him who's making the noise, but like somebody's making like the human alarm. I was like, oh! When these guys appear, and it sounds like it's the Quillball, like, oh, this guy fighting me for? To be fair, I can probably tank these a little bit with my evasion. I have got a few really shitty potions that I picked up when I was fishing, and I mean, this tank is... he's going to need a bit of help, and he's difficult to tank little mobs. So that being said, we've also got another warrior, which is good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What the fuck is going on? I'm getting some weird lag here, but that must be looted first, right? Someone loot the fucking pig, man. Loot the pig. There we go. Everyone who whispers me is an undead rogue, which is hilarious in my opinion. I'm starting to like... I've joked many times I'm going to form an all-undead guild. I mean, I'm not gonna because I want to probably raid at some point. But is that our reward for that quest? Did we not get a host of evil? We haven't got... I haven't killed any of these things yet. All right. Master Marcin, extinguish the idol. Where do I speak to that guy? He gives me a ring that's of no use to me. But like, I've already been in this dungeon for at least half an hour, and this video, I don't edit it until afterwards, and I will be editing it down. For all you know, you probably won't even see this what I'm talking about now. I'll probably edit this all out. I mean, I'm gonna keep it in just so you know how hard I work. I know there's probably a lot of you guys in this chat, but I don't really subscribe to the kind of the mentality of just really shitting on retail WoW in the world chat of Nostalrius, because like, who gives a fuck? Like, if you don't like retail, you don't like retail. If you like retail, you like retail. You can enjoy both. You don't have to like shit on one or the other, you know? Like, that's like my 2 cents on the subject. Like, I know that there are things I hate about retail WoW, and there are things that I really like about retail WoW. Like, but when I play Nostalrius, I'm playing it not thinking about retail as much as other people seem to do. And I think that you'll enjoy it a lot more if you don't fixate on how is it compared to retail, to be honest. Jesus. Fucking hell. Calm your tits. Oh, right. Jesus Christ. There's a boss here. Is this a boss? I can't remember this guy. He's certainly not in retail. He's certainly not in the new Razorfen Downs. Yeah, it must be a boss. Okay. I like the creepy music, I've got to say. It's one of the things that I love about the Forsaken. Like, the Forsaken haven't changed much, but like I've said in many videos before, I do love how they used to be this kind of, this minority of kind of effectively just simply undead that had splintered away from the Lich King. I always liked that. Nice, 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 nice. I'm needing those, and I may well have just gotten some gear from this. Yay! Got some gear. Let's get rid of this tiger meat. And take these flesh hide shoulders. Awesome! What do they have? 5 stamina and 4 spirit on the ones that I had before. These have 15 stamina, 5 strength, and 6 agility. That's fantastic. Can I put a... No, I can't. I don't think I can put a thingy armor on them. Where have you guys gone? Have you gone back? Huh. Oh, right, there's a way that we can cheese it. Nice. There's a rare? Where is the rare? Is he... Oh, that guy. Ragdoll Snout. Awesome. Oh, it's so good having fucking ranged weapons as part of classes like rogues and warriors and stuff in this game. It just adds to the kind of the RPG flavour, like not being so hemmed in. I keep like looting things even though I know I can't. Come on, lad. I haven't killed any of these Razorfen battle guards or anything yet. Maybe the thing's not working properly, but I assume maybe those guys are just going to be at the top. But there's a lot of them. That's 16 guys we're going to kill. Just wasted all those combo points with Eviscerate, but whatever. Eviscerate doesn't do a lot of damage. Nice shield. It's the Horde shield. Cool. And for those of you wondering what I do once I finish making these incredibly long videos where I get incredibly tired and parched from talking for like 45 minutes to an hour, I basically just finish the video and then just go and level for like 5 hours, and it's so much fun. Like, I don't want you guys to think that I'm one of these YouTubers who just plays the things that he knows that subscribers want to play and then doesn't play it any other time afterwards. Fuck that noise. As soon as I'm done on this, I'm going to be off to Stranglethorn is where I am, and I'll be back with the questing. Although that being said, I don't really like Stranglethorn because it's a bit of a PvP mess. Like, I like Stranglethorn as a zone, and Zul'Gurub is a raid that I'm really looking forward to do. Like, I've only run Zul'Gurub once, and it was at the end of Wrath. So, like, Zul'Gurub is kind of one of those raids that, like, I probably have the least knowledge of, because even Naxxramas, you can run it basically as it was in Wrath, and obviously in Blackwing Lair, Anchorage, and Onyxias and Molten Core all still exist as they were. But Zul'Gurub isn't one of those raids. It's not around. That being said, I really like Stranglethorn, but on Nostalrius it really is a PvP fucking nightmare. I really don't like it. The PvP can be fun, but you don't have like a quest inventory in this game either, do you? What am I going to get rid of now? I hate getting rid of stuff. I'll just get rid of this. You know what? I'm going to keep the strong healing potion. I'm going to get rid of these ones because they really aren't doing shit for me. Let's take the skull. Okay. Are we done? Right. I mean, I got those shoulder pads. I'm happy. It wasn't just like I did it for the quest. I actually got some gear as well. And those quests are probably going to give me, I'd say, about 2 or 3 bars. I mean, quests give you very little XP compared to like what they do in retail. But where's everyone going? Going down here? Yeah, but I like how like the dungeon is a holistic experience. Like, it's not just a case of you group and because it's LFG, you just appear in the dungeon, then you kill all the bosses. It takes you about 20 minutes max. Then you just leave the group and you transport it back to where you were. I like how it's a whole journey to the dungeon, get inside, kill all the bosses, then get out again, and then get back to where you were. It makes an investment, and people might think, yeah, but that takes loads of time. Is it really worth it? What I'd say to you is this. Why is Dark Souls so successful? Why has the Dark Souls series become so successful and synonymous with what it is to have a classic RPG? I'll tell you why. It's because Dark Souls reintroduced challenge. They reintroduced the idea of making you work hard, like really hard, to get what you want, and making you learn and making you invest time and energy and effort. And that's what I like about this. Like, I will remember this run just like I remember the Older Man run, because it has required time, it has required tactics, it has required me getting to the instance, it has required me getting out of the instance, you know? It's required a bit more thought than you'd get in retail. This is coming from a man sitting in a chair with a blanket around him, philosophizing about WoW. So I mean, I'm just shooting the shit.